ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Sicily here on the Lord Master channel, as we're still in the island of Malta, which is largely an island inhabited by those who practice piracy, the Maltese culture, us. And we're allied with a new Imara of Sicily, which is now currently held by someone of our dynasty, and is also a true old believer, Siculo-Arabic and Ash'ari Sunni is Muslim. And they will continue as well with their traditions over the years, which hopefully they can preserve their presence here, and we are allied with them. Not just negotiate, but also have a marriage alliance between my niece and one of his cousins. Yeah, sounds, but hey, we need to find ways to help benefit ourselves, because I'd rather stay independent rather than joining Sicily. But I will still continue this practice of unrestricted piracy against anyone that isn't allied with us, because the Sicilian land will not be raided. Only those outside of its realm are raidable targets. But there are some places more valuable than others. And also my priority, as at the age of 44, I would say I would like to have another spouse for myself. Please, no more inbreeding between us, despite some of you have good traits. But I'm looking for someone else. I mean, that's a little further away. What about over there? Okay, that's far away. Okay, forget about alliances, then look for someone of good value. Well, you're more interested in inheritable traits these days, so look for someone, because I'm a genius, and I like to have someone with well, no lowborns, that's another rule. You don't have much skill, but you do have this. A lot more likely to have children from you. Might get inherited, might get inherited, might get inherited. So I'll have that. Okay. And give me one more. Sister-in-law. No, nobody's got the, silver strong traits. Some are too old to be childbearing, and the others are related. Yeah, options are limited in terms of who you're looking to marry that is inheritable, but at least marry one who is very fertile, at the least. And while we recover before we go raiding again, I will actually go on a pilgrimage. For the Hajj pilgrimage, yes. Because I believe it's about that time. Yes, it's quite far away from here. And bring mercenary guards with you. You could bring a few with you. I don't want to bring a whole family along. And all the courtiers, because some of those courtiers need to be commanders, like one who's good at raiding. Being a reaver and all that. And let me customize that route. We just want the quickest route to Mecca. I previously visited some other areas long before I was settled in Malta. So I'm willing to travel through the Nile. That will be visited there. is to that university. I've already been to the pyramids, but apparently not Alexandria. Yeah, that'll be it. Just real simple travel. To Luxor as well. Some stewardship and some learning here. And we'll not go beyond that. Just want to be in and out as possible. Maybe perhaps visit those two areas. The Battle of Agrigento is there. Amir Abu-Bakr mounted an expert defense against the incoming army of Tassa. The outcome was decided when the Maltese cavalry led by Ben Como managed to navigate behind enemy troops, shattered the morale of their opponents. Despite significant losses, Tassa managed to organize a strategic retreat. So there's that now. For additional martial lifestyle and along with stewardship lifestyle. So that's another notable battle site added to Sicily's name. Yeah, southern Italy has seen some notable battles over the ages. Yeah, it'll be a cheaper pilgrimage. As I'm not looking to spend too much because, you know, the other things that we have to spend these days. So, let this go. Something is the captain. And Captain Dilla's the mercenary. Let's move out. Time has come for you to undertake the pilgrimage to Mecca that's been commanded to me as all for all Muslims to show my submission on Allah. I've waited for this my entire life. You're never too old to go on a Hajj, you know? No matter the age. And plus, this is actually the first time I'm doing a Hajj as a Shia Muslim in this here playthrough. It's going to take a while for them to be reinforced so we can stop losing the incoming. Whoa, what the? My wife who was supposed to be coming? Ah, damn it. She's got consumption. There's no consumption in that area. It's just rotten luck. And health's poor. Well, be careful. If I were to ever lay with her, then I may get consumption too. And you know, once you have consumption, that's basically a death sentence. Much like cancer. Even though cancer is curable. You just gotta, you know, live healthy for as long as possible. And eventually it goes away on its own. Again, talking about in-game sense, not real life. You know, medieval medicine versus modern medicine. Allah clearly does not favor a voyage, as the waves the size of castles come crashing on a humble vessel. The ship is rocked back and forth. Men and women alike cling to whatever they can to keep from turning overboard as the ship grows closer and closer to capsizing. Of course, stashed away with the other nobles in the safest part of the ship as the sky burns by thunder and the sea crashes down on us with its strength. I fear not lose another day. I try to survive on faith alone. Who else is in this entourage with me? This option. Who's with you? These. The bodyguards. You know, I trust our captain for once. I don't trust myself. Will success in navigate the storm. 45% chance. 42% chance she gets wounded and someone drowns. 12% chance that she gets wounded and many entourage members drown. Trust the captain. Oh my... Oh my goodness. Always at this. There goes your mercenary captain. My niece is gone. And Mata. She was the only child of Theodoros. That's tragic. Damn it. We need a new physician. The alternative is, hey, which one of you prisoners got high learning? Infirm, that won't do. You, the Italian. I'll recruit you, and you'll be the new physician because you got a higher learning skill, which I'm sure puts you on average or something like that. The Norman will be my bodyguard. Demetrio the Italian, you are the new court physician. You know, we ought to consider raiding Egypt. I know there's valuables down there. That'd be worth taking. Especially that it's a more vulnerable realm. And currently intervening on somebody else's war. So we should take advantage of that. So raise the raiders and give it to the one who has favor. There it is. So that way you can raid for loot faster. And I noticed that Barca, this was once territory belonging to Byzantium. It freed itself from a populist revolt. Freed itself via populist revolt. I don't think there's that many holdings out there. Yeah, not really worth looting. But we could definitely... You know, the Nile Delta has a higher developed area, so raiding these lands would be of great value. And don't forget, you can travel through rivers, because you're seafarer. Yeah. We could do that. So, to there. We raid Egypt. Thank you very much. We got the gold of whatever we may spend. The spiritual journey has grind to a literal halt. My carrot master Zaran is looking around, frantically searching the way forward. People are starting to notice. Zara's face shifts to gray. Nods, and she turns her gaze towards me, looking for answers. She was what to do next. Let's enjoy all this creature for a while longer. We'll be here in 3 months, so we're stopping here for 3 months. Normally I would pick this, but the callous in me says there's only one way to solve this. Fight! I'll attack. Force the locals to give us supplies. Damn it. Our dynasty is known far and wide. We are significant. Who knows what they're gonna pick? I sometimes wish I was the dynasty head. Cousin, what are you up to? War against tyranny. Again? Shia vassals. Well, they haven't called us to the war yet, so we should be alright. They haven't called us to intervene on this matter, so it's fine. As we just sit here and enjoy ourselves in this part of the desert. As we make our way through Tunis, we are approached by a Maltese commoner claiming to be the leader of a group of Ismaili pilgrims. Good evening. We've been on the road to Mecca for weeks, but what the roads are too dangerous, we're now short on provisions. We would forever crave for support. Because of me being cast, I said, not a chance, peasant. Go on, get. Someone's in charge. No, there's a bit of an increased chance of death here. So let's say it's just a bit of mold. Pregnant. Look, I would like to have another son. Just one more son will do. That's my idea. Cousin Saldan's been taken prisoner after he lost a battle. Oh, he's been deposed. And it's going to be led by Nasa. Which would definitely be the weaker. Well, he runs a mosque, but he's going to run the place now. Oh, I'm sorry, cousin. Negotiate alliance. Wants to increase house unity and legitimacy. Well, he's negotiable. There's a way to improve relations with him. Ah, here's an easy option. As you don't have children yourself, and you ain't got no wards. I haven't really bothered, you know, trying to raise my daughter and all that. Hey, got an idea. I'll offer you a guardian. Offer ward. Anastasia to you. And I don't mind if you wish to convert her to shard. That's your best because she's not doing inherit anything. If she becomes of your faith, that's fine by me. I was just hoping that would improve relations between us a little. Just trying to negotiate an alliance with them. Be happy to educate your daughter. And I know you desire Malta, but we will maintain our independence from the likes of you. Yes, Haldan's been deposed. He inherits all the titles. So, cousin is unlanded. In which, he's gone to his home in Butera. Which serves as a courtier. Probably get him in a position of council somewhere and all that. Man, he is a bad person. No wonder why they rebelled against him. And if he were to be deposed, then my nephew, Ismail, will be taking over as well. Which he also has a wife just now. Now the question is, who's the house head now? If it starts to go that way, I would like to be the house head. Meanwhile, raids begin. Oh, we landed right on. My rival's dead. Died of heart failure. Good. The captain registers the Maori's road. Yeah, Manassa gains 15 opinion towards me for that. Very good. Again, he's not a cousin, he's too distantly related, but we could say, we'll sway him. Do what we can. After all, I'm a man of diplomacy. A trinket. Coil's eggshell gem. Splendid thing. Ups the fertility. This can be unequipped. Which, matter of fact, have that destroyed. What the hell? Oh. Put that on. This is for the fertility, as I would like to have more children. Also, I want you to repair that. That has its uses. Capture your words here. Lot more valuables over here. Pass was Horian. As I knew Mecca, I found myself standing before the Nikat, the boundary between the sacred spaces of Mecca and the outside world. From this point, I must enter a state of undergo a ritual cleansing and wearing only the prescribed attire. Also must refrain from sexual acts, sweating, arrogant and rude thoughts. Yeah, it's not like anyone will know if I slip up. This way. Forge and hunt. Having entered Mecca, my first task is to visit the place of Abraham. This sacred stone is regarded to be the stepping stone Abraham used when building the Kaaba, and coveted by Ismail all those centuries ago. Hajj goers all around me approach this shrine, bow their head and contemplate prayer. I should do the same. Right. Let's get down and contemplate. My next task is to walk 7 times between the 2 holy points of Safa and Marwa in order to commemorate Hajjah's desperation and efforts to find water for her son Ismail. Ishmael, who later became the forefather of the Blessed Prophet. As I prepare myself for the rite, I take in a sight of the Safa and Marwa and note that a large amount of pilgrims already making their way between the hills and from all walks of life. Take it as 7 laps will do. Move. Here I am, standing in front of the mystical Zamzam well, the one discovered through the dreams of the eternal spring in the desert. Drinking its water is one of the ancient rites of the Hajj. As such, my next undertaking. The well, while sprung out of the intricate stonework, is entrenched with Hajj pilgrims to my left, right, and center. I must push myself through the crowd to advance the sanctified waters shared by many. They're quenching the thirst of my soul. Delicious, and it's said to work miracles too. Blavatsky's sword's been destroyed. While the Arabian Empire is busy with whatever affairs that they're involved in. Well, meanwhile, those who are running things over here, like over to Sinai. Oh yeah. Raiding Giza would do wonders. The time has come for the next rite, the sacrifice to Allah. The special part of the ceremony grounds have been prepared for this occasion, and the musky scent grows stronger as I approach the stalls supplying various types of animals. I consider my options carefully. Sacrificing a large animal such as a camel would certainly be more pious, while sacrificing a smaller animal or sheep would certainly be plenty in order to complete the Hajj. Some pilgrims in the corner seem to have chipped in and divided the cost of the large camp between themselves. You know what? 63 camels going for broke here. Shouldn't be worse than a grand profit. At least to get piety, prestige, and renown. And I become prophet-like. It'll be a while before we get out of debt, but hopefully not for long. Having prayed at the place of Abraham, walked between the Safa and Marwa, drunk water from the Zamzam well, and sacrificed to Allah, I am now ready to complete the Hajj. The next rite I must undertake is to cut my hair. Traditionally, men shave it all off, but this is occasionally granted to cut off only part, and women are restricted to just a lock. Well, because, you know, I'm a bit comely, and I do like how I look, especially with my hair going along with that wreath I wear, so I'll just cut just a lock of hair. The end of this year's Hajj draws near. After 2 days of Rami al-Jamrat, or the stoning of the devil, I am ready to complete the final ritual of the Tarawada and say farewell to Mecca. I am ecstatic that this pilgrimage has been one of, if not the, most devoted pilgrimage to all time. God is smiling at me. This being my first Hajj, I am pleased to have undertaken the journey to come here, partaken in the rites of me kindred spirits. Truly, I feel my spirit is uplifted and closer to Allah now than ever. Mecca, it's been an honor. Because of these struggles to Mishtan, you gain this, and because your faith has the esoteric attendant, you gain the legitimacy. There's a 69% chance that I absorb the lessons to attempt the understanding of the holy teachers. 30% chance that knowledge still eludes me. The knowledge eludes me. I did not pick up the wise man trait. No. Had I had wise man, it's a good virtue to have. Move out. I guess you can go down to Fayoum, since nobody's touching it. Oh, look at that value. Damn, we should be raiding Egypt more often. Don't you know Egypt is one of the more developed areas in the part of the Mediterranean world? Gained ill for that. Ishmael will be the name, yes. One foot after another, I slowly moved forward on the narrow mountain trail. Suddenly I hear a rumble and quickly started to scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Zara rocking behind me, there's only an equally befuddled, tired-faced Ashraf standing in front of the freshly turned rocks. Where is Zara? I demand to know, voice barely escaping my jaw. The only response is a faint whistle of the wind. Because I'm callous, I say, could have not done this better myself. If it ain't me, it's someone else. Pavlina, you'll do. Let him rest to recover fully. Rulership discredited. How dare you? You idiot. 287. Okay, that's good enough. Go into the Nile and then travel back home. Be back in 6 months. Whereas I will be there in 6 months as well, if we don't get any more delays. Which honestly, it's actually expected because we lost our mercenary captain, so travel will be more dangerous than ever. And I don't plan on changing any routes anytime soon. Long after night settled, I find myself laughing, telling stories and drinking with Jojo and Pavlina. I didn't know he had it in him. But Jojo ends up telling a particularly robust story about 4 peasants he had seen in Malta. After drying my eyes from the laughter and drinking a bit to clear my throat, I will ask me another story. Yeah, I like you. One way to solve it, fight. Fight, you fools. As I get up early in the early morning, I cannot help letting out a loud yawn, stretching and making my way out of tent to see the people already moving about. I noticed Jojo heading off of what looks like a makeshift fishing rod through all the noise and bustle of camp. Where are you off to? I ask him. He responds a nonchalant shrug. It's a nice day for fishing. Get back on your horse, Jojo. We have places to be. It is known that the mystery people are ardent believers in the Israeli faith and do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, Kos is on the route and we must pass through. Quickly, though, the villagers' vengeful eyes set upon us like a hyena prowling its meal. Before we have a chance to react, the local imam descends upon us of a mob of raging fanatics. Screech about our alleged heretical beliefs and demanding we pay atonement for passing through these holy lands. Foolish man, it is you who is the heretic and lost the debate, but at least we could try. Whatever corruption that's come, we'll get rid of it. Tolls are for peasants and I'm the emir here. Damn idiots. We need booty. Get us out of this tent. 62. And lost the legitimacy level. I've noticed that Asha avoids me more than usual. He's always invited to sit at the opposite end of the table when inviting his feast. Consistently refuses my company while camping. Well, I may not have the best relations, but that attitude is starting to tire me. Especially when I overhear him defaming me. Abu-Bakr is a miserable ochre. I'd be way better emir than him. Look, I would beat you up, but you're wounded and you're my bodyguard, so... I'll say, Pavlina, take care of it. Rook. Let me pass, you damn fool. Man overboard. Asra. Save him. Save, no longer that throw me. Anastasia is coming. Not too long ago, an Ungu's clan leader named Seljuk split off from his brethren and set out for the lands of Serdaya, specifically to the town of Jand. He was not unheard of, as he actually served in the Khazar horde before. Once a believer in Tengri, he was converted to Sunni Islam in 985 and died 24 years later in the town he had migrated to. Just a few years ago, the Seljuk tribe migrated the second time from the plains of Serdaya to Gogan and rented grazing fields in exchange for mercenary services. During the tumultuous Persian intermezzo period, they eventually acquired land as a vassal under the Ghaznavid Empire before eventually overpowering. The rise of the Ghaznavids wasn't able to end the Persian intermezzo period. Perhaps the fractured region would soon come ruled again. The Seljuk. Well, the turmoil never ends. The rise of the Seljuks. This could change a lot of things over there. I'm falling behind. It could be said I had a bit of a miserable time with this. Dealing with Papa's uprising over there. Which is only in part of it, not all. That's very good loot. As my body sapped and strained by an unknown illness, I feel ever worse and I cannot leave the bed anymore. Unfortunately, the maladies run its course and I die one afternoon, surrounded by my loved ones. Rest in peace. I die. Saldan, who is 2 years old, is going to be ruling the island nation. This could add some vulnerability to, foreign invasions, since I would be limited. There goes another, round of the revolving door of rulers, but at least Abu-Bakr lasted longer. Long enough for him to be called the Pirate King. And truly living up to, him being a pirate, he died while at sea. In sickness while at sea. Yeah. Amir Abu-Bakr of Malta has abandoned his transited world and flown to heaven. He sailed to heaven, we should say. At 46 years of age. He died from being ill while at sea. So we would officially write. Though quite famous for sharp intellect, he could still not outsmart as well. Too bad he never ever had the time to commission an epic, which would have been nice for us. But he ruled for 16 good years. And perhaps one would think, could this be the possible end of the golden age of Mediterranean piracy? But now, Amir Saldan will be running things here, in which he's also the heir to the Ifa of Agrigento, should anything happen over there. I mean, the mother is the ruler of Agrigento. So, which means, should anything happen to her, I get to inherit the land. And maybe through there, I should be rejoining with the Sicilian motherland. So, yeah, I intend to continue as Amir Saldan ibn Abu-Bakr. At least he wasn't born sickly. Sicilian seniority trait, of course. Get to hold all the holdings. But now I'm severely handicapped. Oh dear. Short reign, that's one thing. And I know there's some courtiers who would probably love to get rid of me. Clearly one who's got consumption, I'm sorry. You may want to put the halt on the development here. Look, we could continue piracy when we'd like to. And I inherit all these things. You know what? Equip these, just in case. For health reasons. When is my birthday? 29th of May. You are a child, you're not allowed to contact settlers, negotiate with pirates. But can I at least hold a funeral for my dear father? Yes. Yes, you can. For the notorious Pirate King. Anybody that is willing to come, may come. It'll be a good funeral. Only one landed ruler would be willing to come. Mr. Santa Petra is still here, so I'll try to befriend her. Gozo is to be Abu-Bakr's final resting place, and I'm left alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. I can't find Mr. Santa Petra everywhere. I eagerly await her arrival so my plan to befriend her can finally start. I'll never forget him. I don't suppose you have, yes. This is the only way to have an alliance secured between us, but let's not rush it, okay? We're just gonna hold a funeral, and then we'll get back to raiding again. Because we need to have a lot of gold. And the regent is selfless, is Agathon. Thank you. Fill the coffers, right? Well, remember, there can be no localized revolts for this, but we can certainly invest to help it a lot. But still, let's hold a funeral for my father. And yes, he will be worn with that wreath over his head. What's this? Negotiate an alliance. Mother! Yes. I know you can't be here with me. I would have loved to invite you too, but I'm sure you had other things to do. Not necessary, but Soldan dealt with the localized revolt. Sometimes wish you were here too. It's possible I may swear fealty if I feel very, very vulnerable to possible foreign aggression. Unless he invades me, then that would be the biggest mistake he'll ever make. At least can we invite a few over here? All the figures venerated in Vilnius, none have desired more than our departed Emir Abu-Bakr of Malta. The crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects satisfied of fascination. I am at last left with the moment of solace between myself and my father. I promise to be a better Emir for the next 15 years, basically most of the childhood life. Come on in. And firm. Fire him. Get me a physician and wet nurse too, as I'm a child. Which you're also going to need a, a tutor. Whenever the time for education comes. Of course, we got the Norman now. You need to watch out for him. He can be real good. What the fuck? Yeah, we may have some trouble here. Now the time has come to commit to Abu-Bakr Malta's final rites before his journey to the hereafter. Abu-Bakr is a shrouded body suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. He stood at his head as me. A privileged place of mourning offered only to the magnanimous host. The scene surrounded by so many mourners to give it a proper Ismaili burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered as fondly as Emir. At last his body is lowered to the earth and the funerals officially complete with a prayer. Beautiful. I'd be considered as a true ruler, which I should be a bit more respected. Carbonello is quite experienced. pay him. And for the witness, take the cheaper option. Wasn't able to befriend. I guess Antipetro's too busy to come. Wasn't wise choice. Let's hope no more bad things happen, alright? Nasser ibn Saldan. My mother tells me I should play with other children, but they're so noisy. It has to be quiet, so I can hear my thoughts. There's so much to think about. I've become pensive. Saldan is often lost in thought, trying to understand the world around him. He often relies on books and systems to make sense of things. So that means leaning towards either stewardship or learning. Whatever gives me a slight increase in stewardship so we could stop the decline of the monthly income, though it isn't too much, but give or take. Give or take. There goes another old head, which the new mayor is him. Okay. You're gonna be trouble too. And you're of the wrong faith. Oh, that's inconvenient. I can't get rid of him. Unless you decide to revoke his title, which he'll accept. Really, nobody says tyranny? Ah, hold on. I know. Because righteous. Can revoke landed titles from evil infidels on current tyranny. Well, Asharism isn't evil. Let's be honest here. It is hostile. Plus, hardly anybody here is. So, we just gave it a counsel and says, no, I don't like you. Get out of here. But they hold a grudge. Next. You know this is wrong government type, right? Yeah, due to the being wrong holding type, the holding produces no levy taxes. Well, get me someone that's loyal to our culture and faith. Yes, you will have your seat. And you just received the barony, which should give you that opinion up. Though you're more martial oriented. Toma, what is your non-existent? Damn. Aha! We found one. I just saw it. That'll help me with the prestige. But as for you, what the hell's that man's name again? Okay. Since you're the only good one at that, and you are gonna be incompetent with this. Sometimes wish you're the courtier mom, and just to get you out of the way. I mean, I don't think you could do that. No. Doesn't work like that. Let's just look at the domain cost here. And he's also an acclaimed knight. Oh, every little bit helps. Independence War still ongoing. hunchback fighter. All I can do now is just sit on my hands. This should be my guardian. You're into stewardship. You make an excellent tutor, to be honest. But do not convert the culture, nor the faith. That's all I ask. Plus, having a relationship with the admin would be best. Al Jaziran, divergent culture of Shami. Go on in. In fact, I might even become desperate here. By desperate, I mean, why don't you hire a male into a female courtier, particularly male, for council potential? It doesn't cost much, so bring them on in, both of them. What are you good at? Absolutely nothing. And as for you, similar. Well, you can't always win them all. At least there was an effort. I mean, we could still go raiding, but hey, they finally won their independence. I mean, but still, I mean, it's an accomplishment. Hey, yours, man, Sicilian. I don't know if you will swear fealty to them sooner or later, or otherwise you will face their wrath. You know, there's Pantelera, another little island there, but that's part of this county. And you know, Siculo-Arabic people live there, as do Palermo. Should there ever be a day that I decide to, you know what, let's establish a foothold. You know, I don't aim to spread the Maltese culture there. I'm not its cultural head, but by the time I grow up, we'll have battlements. Man-at-arms may introduce, which would be a boon for us. What are the Fatimids up to? Nothing. I'm thinking, where we should raid? Amalfi for starters. I don't want to do a long raid, just in case we get opened up and then they'll attack us. What would be willing is... Damn. Well, you're the one who's best at it. Because all the talented people are gone. They've all died out. Be there in 5 months. We're just looking to raid just to keep us going. Because my stewardship skill is near non-existent. Which, matter of fact, put that in your focus right now. That's going to be your education focus. Stewardship. Want to be of that. And what abhors me is that I cannot become an adventurer at this age. That's for adults only. Kinswoman. The Maori Khanate. Ah, Mordvinia. Well, yeah, that can't be beat. You kinslayed. And also is the dynasty head. Takes 2 months to raid this particular one. As I said, we just want big money and then bring it in, and that will get us going. Go. This is jackpot. We're not looking to build anything at the moment. Right now it's all about maintaining the amount of wealth we had while we raid. Until the stewardship stats for this character improves as Saldan grows up. There's only one holding over here. So we'll just raid this place and then go home. That's tempting, considering you're over there. My half-brother, Ismail, is an unusually calm child. When the others play their wild games, Elder withdraws to some solid corner. He does not speak a lot, but I can tell he's always thinking about something. You're pensive too. We have similar lines, half-brother. Similar way of thinking. Right, go back to where you came. Then to the sea. Yeah, I think we should return home. Because the cost to even raise them to be raiders is a lot. So just basically raid only when it is necessary. We don't have the amount of soldiers like we used to. Especially from the likes of you. Half sister. Yeah. 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 See, the costs are too much. I mean, it'll keep us going for a bit. Oh, what's going on up there now? Or tyranny. If it gets opposed, then Cousin Ishmael will be taken over. Ah! Yeah, that is too much. Even going out to sea to raid and to bring the loot to all it back is unaffordable. Unless we get really, really lucky. And the only best place to loot in the world, if left undisturbed, would be Venezia. Which is currently under siege by some conflict over there. Holy war. You're allied to Capua. That's that. All we need is a lucky break. It's fully reinforced, but now we feel like we're kind of back to where we started. Raiding the Nile was lucrative, though. And are currently at war. Which they're allied to somebody, so... Yeah, I think raiding these would be a good idea. You didn't raid that many holdings to begin with. Give it another chance. There's no better option. Because we fear that if we don't get our monetary income together, we'd be in debt big time. And be in deep, 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 deep trouble. I've played together with Ishmael a lot today. The other day he let me borrow his favorite doll. We really get along and we're having so much fun. He always asks the right questions, getting to the truth of every conversation discussion. I'm never bored when I'm with him. I'm so happy we get to know each other. Yeah. There's no loot to be had here. Let's see if there's another entity we can raid. So we have to raid the... It's like there's the lower Nile, upper Nile, the middle Nile, for the lack of a better term. The other alternative is a lot closer to home, Apulia. Who the hell are they? Bijami. They're shy. Levy desertions. So now we have a less levy size now. mean, there's Barca as well, but they don't have that much value either. So raiding Egypt is a more lucrative option. Yeah, we've already raided you previously. What if? Hey, forget about this. What about raid the Nile Delta? My mother, Ghana, has honored me with a visit and has brought one of her courtiers along. Hannah approaches me excitedly. Well met, Demir Saldan. Pleased me that you are thriving here in Malta. Barely. It occurs to me that Lorenzo might be of your service in your court. He's an incredibly talented scholar, the brightest I've ever learned from. I would make use of him myself. Alas, that doesn't seem possible. I would hate to see his great talent go to waste. Why don't you take him in and unleash his potential? Oh yes, I know a place just for him. He'd be one heck of a physician. I'm let alone to play at last. And of course take my trusty wooden horse out of my toy box and dream of riding to a great tournament. But then, Ishmael approaches me expectantly. Can I play? I'd rather play alone, as I'm rather pensive as you are too. Raid Dumya. I'm taking a risk. Raid the Nile Delta. There's a lot of loot to be had here. As I said, we need a bullshit. Well, it's still within his realm. Okay, start off here. They're distracted, so we'll take advantage of all this. Alexandria will be raidable soon, so be willing to head over there. What I'm also hoping for is that we can, you know, raid, areas where the rulers are and their families, or even their spouses that we could take, so we can ransom them. But that doesn't seem to be possible. It's just that the Lord maintenance cost is unacceptable. Head down there quickly, then once you're done, to Alexandria. I guess you can't do the visit to Pierce thing, you have to be duchy or higher, I believe. Vandana of Alexandria isn't as once wealthy as it once was. We got a prisoner. The daughter. Excellent. It'll take a while for her to get here, but at least we got something out of it. Loot isn't great here. Hey, since we're on our way up, right there. NASA has been deposed. In prison. Ismail, that's the cousin who's the heir. And revoked the title. 29 gold here. Left the prison. Cousin, I'll bring you in if you let me. But that will not do. 19. Move out. Capture the hostage of the Arabian Empire. Ooh, that is the heir of the Arabian Empire. Oh, that's going to provide a lot, given that's an empire tier. $34 gold down here. Move it. Capture the Courtiers. I think we may get our big break here with this. $49. Okay, right there, and then leave. Just trying to do the math in my head. Given the amount of raid loot we can carry, and then back. And then hopefully we could try to take a break from piracy if we can get the economy to be a bit more sustainable. So now we feel like we've been encouraged to do piracy, rather than do it simply for the hell of it. And it takes a few months to get back. Captured your wife. Okay, we got some really good ones. Prisoners can be ransomed. Alright, starting with you. Then you. And then you. Who knows how long we've had them, because I paid little attention to such things. So, hopefully that things will go well for as long as we can try to keep up. And then we'll ransom some more. Especially from the ruler of the Arabian Empire. Oh yes. It may not be the max, but 202 gold. For the... Yes. Please. That will definitely keep us going. Failed to obtain gold. You're not infirm, are you? Oh, yes, you are. You're a terrible regent at this point. Anastasia. Alan. Yeah. You got it. We're waiting for another person who's just arrived at court to ransom, because we recall we took a man's wife along with it. Yeah, we should have enough gold to keep us going. don't spend on anything unless you have to. They got separated. Independence, granted independence. But see, this is your opportunity to get the land for yourself. But he's doing poor. He's got pneumonia. He might die. And then cousin Ismail, who was just banished, will be taking over. Ah, here it is. 15 gold. Not much, but it'll do. I might as well raid the little vulnerable entities next. So here comes the money. Now wait until they're fully reinforced, then go raid again. We need to keep going. But I mean, at the expense of prestige, you know? Apparently this is still active. At least we do have more talented people these days, so get that person out of here. Actually, no. Need someone more loyal. I don't know which option's better, but... Damn you, man. You little good for nothing. You know, if I had my way, I'd revoke it too, but you can't do that. Actually, you can, but... That'll be another person to hold a grudge. Get out. Again, grudge is different from rivalry. I need a loyalist for this. Why on earth would I appoint him to be running things if wrong government type? And having a child mayor, which seems silly. I mean, you're not going to get anything out of it. I mean, that's what you hold currently. It's just making him a mayor. And then, oh boy. It's certainly an alternative, and you won't have any powerful vassals until it grows up. So I think that would be the safest option in the whole wide world. Do it! So therefore, Republic vassal. So you will not be a powerful vassal who does expect anything from you. And apparently I disinherited my brother for making him, you know, the mayor of the city. Thus, cousin Ismail, the other Ismail. Saudans and Ismails are everywhere. And if he gets deposed in some war, I inherit that. Well, I guess we're in interesting times then. Okay, now finally, I can put someone more talented onto this. And I can definitely lower the raised army maintenance big time. So that way, piracy isn't going to be as expensive. And with him around, you get the prestige. So I think the best option is, please don't do anything. Go ahead. Aaron's getting a wife of his own. Revolt. Tyranny. If he loses that war, if he loses the war, I take over Sicily, and it's going to open a can of worms here. But I think they'll likely be more loyal because the land is largely Islam still, while Catholicism is still spreading next to these little entities, which they deserve to be raided at one point. Wouldn't want him to lose, because, you know, what the hell. It's just all I want is an improved realm. And it's the holding tax expiration here is going to get worse. Terrible bodyguard. Why? Because he's old. Replace him with him. Each time you do that, it drops your prestige. Damn it! Without prestige, that means you can't do anything. Yeah, you basically have no choice but to... And it's kind of hard to calculate at this current rate of the monthly income unless stewardship improves. Because at the current rate, as long as you don't spend on anything else, it's big. Hell, you can't even declare war on certain wars without prestige, except holy wars, which that costs piety. And that's kind of easy, because, you know, the easiest thing in the world is, it's like, hey, holy war for this country, and then you got it. But, sometimes wish we had the time to improve all of these, and these as well. So yes, I inadvertently disinherited my half-brother. And the only way for him to get back their inheritance is to revoke the title as well. But he won't hold a grudge. He's my friend. I could possibly right that wrong. Yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot on that one because look at the stewardship. So I don't know if that's my stewardship or his stewardship. In fact, take a look at mine. Stewardship minus 12. This is stewardship minus 8. Oh, he's got better stewardship than me. So yeah, that was a mistake. Fix that. Sorry, half-brother. Gonna have to revoke it. And you'll be back in line. And come back to court. And, who else did I invite you? Because it seems you had someone else along. Oh, your guardian. Okay, now I want someone with high stewardship to be... A Norman's a bad idea. You're bringing a total foreigner in here. Who isn't? I mean, it'll be a bit of an opinion increase. And he would want to be on the council, which he is on the council. He's the steward. It may help him gain some stewardship-related traits, and he's 58. I think that might be it to our benefit. So give him that office. He remains steward. He gets signore. Yes, stewardship jumps up for the local tax there, which, you know, that converts to, you know, the tax payable income to me. But Bearing in mind, I don't have a tax jurisdiction because we don't have vassals to that degree. Yes, you received your barony. Righteous Veracos, all that. You're gonna be hard to please, you know. And mind if I learn your language? Tour costs this much. Renzo's a good one. Mother brought that man over here, and that increases the costs further. Look, the best way to offset this is for you to get rid of one of those men-at-arms. Or at least downsize it a little. Matter of fact, why is it of that size? Lower that. Yeah, just trying to cut costs here. And with that reduced size, that means we won't carry as much loot. So we had to downsize it a little. But not too drastically. Because I still hope to improve my stewardship, as it's still terrible. You want me to get rid of my cousin because you want to take over? I'll say no to that. I would rather help him. My mother's domain's been occupied, and they're about to win the war. And cousin is still going to rule Sicily under his watch. If your title gets revoked, Mother, can you come? Yeah. Will you release her, please? Because I'd be willing to pay the ransom and bring her over here. Gets a weak hook on you. It's only 10 gold. I studied the northern language. It's progressive at task. I feel like I have all the focus on. My name is Saudan. I like to eat apple tart. If I focus even harder, I'd speak fluently in no time. I'll dedicate all my time to this. Success! Don't insult him, but at least he'll have a bit of increased opinion since I know his language now. Apparently they still speak Northern language. Rather interesting language to know, even though it's not native of these lands here. Like Regent. Ireland's recent death now. Taberna is the Regent. Okay, it would be nice to have Mother around, so please come here. As she's, you know, just right at Siculo-Arabic. Come to court. And my half-brother, Who's from House Abbasid? The fabled Abbasids. See, it's nice to have you around. But I believe you've given me a wise tutor for that. So yeah, I caught on pretty quickly in learning this language. As I grow up, I used to dominate any intellectual exchange in any of my friends of ease. I simply know more, think faster, and deliver better solutions than most everyone. It turns out I'm a genius, as fate has it. No wonder why I learned the language so fast. I am a genius. Haha, this would help. Oh yeah, big jump. I am incredibly impressed by one of the household for his own. I was finally introduced to him face to face. I'm no less impressed now. I remember his words for the rest of my life. Take your pick. I shall be diligent. Work hard and you can master anything. Though it would take stress loss is reduced, which can't be good, but I mean, it does have its benefits and its pros and cons. Now we're making money again, because I'm a genius, inherited from my father, and who knows what else I might pick up in regards to genetic traits. Probably only that. Yeah, we stemmed the rate of money loss. Even I had to downsize the size of the siege weaponry. So I wish to improve my fighting skills. So, spend about 2 years training with a blade master to improve your prowess. After the time passes, if your prowess is not greater than your master's, and you are less than 40 years old, are neither incapable nor a prisoner, you might improve it again for about 2 more years. You only pick this decision once in your lifetime. Go ahead. Oh, why didn't I think of that? I saw that in a little thing. Search for tax collectors. Even though you can't have a valid tax slot for tax jurisdiction, but it's bringing 3 characters with no doubt varied stewardship skills. So why not order the search around? Let me see. Not to mention chances of someone will be joining the army. Some are more skilled than others. See? You're just bringing more talented courtiers over here. It's like an alternative to, My spoon scrapes the bottom of the bowl as I devour yet another helping of stew. I quench my thirst with hearty gulps. My cup will soon need refilling. I just can't get enough. Saldan, what are you doing? Don't you think you've been, well, consuming just a bit much recently? Says the... You're right. My gluttony needs tempering. Gain a temper trait. That's stewardship, and its health, and its virtue is for an Islamic faith of any kind. Diligent and temperate. Every little bit helps. And you know, the higher the stewardship, it also increases the levy size. And when there's more levies, that means more loot you can hold when you go out raiding. But even though your priorities should be, will get more prestige by any means. Because you can't do jack. Not even the activities. The Great Seljuk. It split the Ghaznavids into 2. they're still taking land. They're probably consolidating, and in addition, swearing fealty to him, as he has the primary title of Persian Empire. Ah, so they will all fall in line soon. And Venice has expanded into Serbia. Shall I just smell uprising? By the way, Regent, how good are you? Situational. Now, situational in regards to loyalty. Might use borrowed powers, which will generate split mandate benefits with the lead or ignore the mandate entirely. Might need private to give up their office if the scales of power suits them. It's nearly halfway though. I do like my shirt. If you look closer. Again, I'm pleased that we got this taxation situation under control, which will be much more so when I pick up all that stewardship education. If I'm taught well. Right, she's a genius too. So at least we can enjoy being on this island in peace without the fear of foreign invasion. And also at the same time, waiting for battlements to come. When I become an adult, the first act I'm going to do is to manage the Sicilian frontier to patronize arts and sciences more. Despite our reputation as being ruthless pirates, we still patronize arts and sciences around here. Because it's just to show that we are not uncivilized barbarians of the sea. No. We're a bit more sophisticated than that. Although Siculo-Arabs and a few other Italian ones may disagree, but still, you get the idea. Our development. It's still halfway there until 26. If you invest more in that, then that may help. The majestic sandcastle towers over the beach. I spent the afternoon carving out the minute details in the wet and grainy sand. However, as time relentlessly passes forward, so does the tide, and for every second it comes closer to my muddy masterpiece, nibbling at its feet. I desperately glare at the tide, trying to figure out how to ensure the safety of my castle before retreating. Well, since I'm one for stewardship, I shall bribe the tide with these shiny pebbles. I really like these pebbles, but it's for a good cause. There's that bit of increase. The next day, as I return to the beach, I rush over to the spot where just the day before my majestic castle towered over the wet sand. Most of it is gone, but one feature is left standing. Tallest tower, with the tiny insignia I carefully carved for myself. Success. At its feet, I find a small, innocent stone, half buried in the dirt. I might be imagining things, but as I examine it closer, I vaguely make out the shape of a small mallet. You win this round, Tide. This thing's going to be destroyed soon, so therefore, destroy that as well. Ah, damn it! There's another good artifact here. Okay, first things first. Destroy this. As much as I like having this. Repair. Oh my goodness. I think you may find another book like that at some point in the future. Put this here. That's +1 stewardship. 1 gold a month. You can't destroy an artifact that's higher than masterwork rarity. You're not using this anymore. Get rid of it. Neither you're using that. Get rid of that. Sicilian sword. You know what, do it. Repair that. We're gonna need that when I become an adult. This is gonna be the book to read. Also, get an antiquary. God dang it. Nobody's good at their task. Just to at least keep it around for a few more years. At the least. Unless you know someone of high learning. No. Nobody. Damn it. Still, Malta's a nice paradise to be in, huh? Would you agree, ladies and gentlemen? Tax income's halted. I'm sure we'll get it right. Development's going down. Yeah, all the good modifiers you used to have, non-existent. Now you're basically at the mercy of what will happen in the next couple of years. I wish Abu-Bakr was still around. He would have invested in all of these just to keep us going and all that. Egalitarian. That's good. What the hell? One of these days, someone's gonna restart that struggle. Probably you. Because you have to be illustrious, I believe. That's the key. Unless Italy does that, since they do have a part of it. Paid. Now until you're at least 12 years old, you have the ability to sway. Good to know. Right now, just lay back and relax. Oh. While passing through the streets with my guardian Nico, we came by the pillory. A man was struck there, begging for water or any kind of relief from his fate. That criminal shouldn't even dare to look at me. I'll be a bit arrogant about this, but hey, as long as it gets prestige. Sister died from thirst. Hey, about to get the next one, so who knows what they'll pick. As long as it benefits me. If I were them, I would pick something of, something like this. Would go for law, if I was the dynasty head. But who knows? Six more years. And Minorities needed to be reduced. Get to build the keeps. And then we get to build the structures. Yes, especially the keeps. Fortifications. About 2 years have passed and your elite blade master with 30 prowess have improved your skills. How much depends on your effort and ease to understand the master techniques. My prowess increased by 1. You know what? I think we could stop. Because there's no way I'm paying for all that. It's not affordable. The day has been spent playing outside in a wild. All in all, quite a pleasant day. When suddenly I'm approached by my brother, Ismail. I challenge you to a den building competition, brother. He struts around and smirks charmingly at me, fully expected to win. Well, sounds a bit arrogant of him, and with the stewardship, it goes along if he were to pick this option. Let me just enlist these workers. It's not cheating if it's paid for, as that reminds me of another child decision. I'll gain 15 gold, stewardship increases by 1, while my brother's no longer my friend. Enlisting local younglings and paying them in turnips worked wonders for the building of the most glorious den this side of Malta. Ismail grudgingly looks over my creation and grumbles as eager one-man construct barely keeps the rain out. Employment truly is the route to prosperity. See? Now we got a bit of tax income again, but it's very, very marginal. As I look upon a young blonde walking by, sweaty with labor and a blush on her cheeks, I'm entranced. What is this feeling? This longing? I know she's only a counter, but oh my heart. I realize I'm heterosexual. I get a crush on Asinet. She likes me too. We'll be ending this episode soon. which no doubt that in that next episode, Sicily, you have not expanded yet. Come on, Ismail. Expand, damn you. You've got, you know, you're the older all this. You can declare these small little wars, and I wish I could do anything to help you out, but you are sorry. Oh yeah. Also have to speak your language too, you know. Vernacular. Since I know the Northern language, which is the Norse language. That's spoken up in Scandinavia too. Yes. You speak the language of the Norse, of the peoples of the North. But now you should learn the local language of the common, you know, vernacular language. It's a must. Hey, since you're 12, you can sway. Well, I'm already scheming to learn his language, so... decisions. The occupation of Sicily. So, now, it's Alessa who did this. He did that because distinguished or something along these lines. So, which means the Sicilian struggle is back on again. Yeah. Struggle's back on again, so therefore development's now halted instead of declining. There's no culture head besides myself, you know. But at least we're making nice income again. With the struggle now being restarted. Which once again, I'm an interloper. As I'm Maltese. Who knows what my future will be. Hey, how about you, brother? You're forgiving, you're greedy. Oh yeah, you never had a guardian. Okay, you do have a guardian. But you're disloyal. You should go towards stewardship as well, to be real honest. Balance out with your learning. My orders. Yeah, ordering my brother around for that. We're gonna end this episode on January. So in that next episode, we will see Saldan in his teen years. And we'll see what our future is, because I have a feeling that I kind of want to get off this island. To be honest. There's almost like little to nothing to do here, but actually not true. First thing you gotta do is spend your money to get yourself some prestige. And there are ways to get them. I know for a fact. And in addition, since you're gonna have high stewardship, which means you're gonna get plenty of monthly income. And army minutes will also soon be less of an issue once you have battlements. So actually, you're gonna have to administrate the island for a while once you become an adult. So we'll stop here, as the Sicilian sword has been destroyed, which honestly I could have remembered to destroy that, but oh well. So we hope you people enjoyed this episode, as it seems stats of him for now appear to be alright, but hopefully he gets a high stewardship education. And we go to that University of Salerno at some point, start that whole damn cycle again. And then at some point, as I said, I'm gonna have to get off this island and get in the mainland of Sicily at some point. Napoli has expanded. So there are no more independent Muslim entities in southern Italy. This is the last holdout. Yeah. Not true, there's this one. Conquest system. Oh, you're trying to go big time, huh? Wish I could help you with... Yeah, I wish. If it was Holy War, I can. But still. In the next episode, I said we do have good income now. So everything's going well again. And hopefully vessels should be more... By vessel we mean him. Should be more cooperative. And all that and more. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.